we were house hunting, and we were standing on the deck of a lake cottage. It was May. There was an incredible breeze blowing by. All of the leaves were still on the tree. No acorns had started to fall. We looked out at the vista of the lake, and our children were playing down. My son was laying on the dock, and my daughter was swinging in a tire swing. And I said, and I think it was like this third house we saw, and I turned to Rob and I said, let's buy it. So we went to talk to the owner, the wife of the couple who owned the lake house, and she said it has all new windows, and it's wired with an alarm system, and it's wired for a generator. And I said, oh, a generator. Wow, why do you need that? And she said, oh, it's just a precaution. I said, does the power go out a lot? Hardly ever. She said, it hardly ever goes out, but you have it and it's here. And I said, we looked at this, Rob and I looked at this red box. It had two big wheels on it and a handle, and I was just kind of staring at it, and I said, is it hard to use? And she said, now this woman was about 5'2", and she maybe weighed 100 pounds. And she said, oh no, it's so easy. I just wheel it out, plug it in, and it starts right up. Okay, now I know you're thinking, did you ask her to demonstrate? We didn't. Just before the sale was final, we met with her husband, who went through all the steps about turning on the generator. And he said, well, first you have to turn off all the mains. And if you don't do that, if the power comes back on, you'll blow up the house. And I looked at Rob and I went, oh. And he said, and then you take it outside, you put in 6 gallons of gasoline, and then you jiggle with this little thing over here, and this is the choke. You got to fiddle with that a little bit, and then you just you plug it in, you pull the cord, and it starts right up. And I turned to Rob and I said, did you understand that? Did you follow that? And the man overheard me, and he said, look, even my wife can do it. And you would think, sitting out there, well, of course you asked him to demonstrate it, right? And we didn't. We bought the house. We had so many friends who told us over the years when they came to visit that house, you must be such romantics to purchase this. And because it was sort of challenging. Anyway, so we're there. We're in our first winter. It hasn't started to snow yet, and we lose power. Oh my God, what now? We're completely in the dark. And then we go, oh yeah, we have a generator. That's right. So me and my son and Rob make our way downstairs. We have one flashlight. Our son is holding the flashlight over the generator. I'm holding the funnel over where the gasoline goes in, and Rob is sloshing in the gasoline. And it went something like this. Stand still. I am. Over here. Shine the light over here. No, over here. Maybe we don't need that much gas. Maybe you shouldn't talk. Okay. He's like, I can't see. Hold the light a little better. Jackson, give your mother the flashlight. Can I go now? Yes, you can go now. Phoebe, you take the flashlight. Don't flush the toilet until I tell you it's okay. Finally, we get all the gasoline in, and he does all the little things. Somehow he remembers it, and he starts to pull the crank, and he pulls it, and he pulls it, and he pulls it. And he's so exhausted, nothing's happening. He collapses in a nearby lawn chair, and I say, maybe we should go out to dinner. To which he says, once again, maybe you shouldn't talk. So I get up. He gets up, and there I am kind of playing with the flashlight, and it's cold outside. And he comes over and he says, okay, I'm going to try again. So he pulls the cord, and this time he pulls the cord, and you hear that little murmur, kind of like that lawnmower that says, I got one more good mow in here for you. So he's buoyed by that, so he goes all his strength, and he pulls that cord, and the little red engine roars, and we are elated. Oh my God. So the lights come on, we have the water pump is working, the refrigerator's on, we are back in business. Except my daughter comes to the top of the basement steps, and she calls down, she says, what's that horrible noise? Well, the generator was so loud, Rob and I didn't even know we were screaming at each other. So we went upstairs, we closed the door, but it was still really, really loud. It was so loud that the floorboards kind of vibrated and the windows kind of shook a little bit. And I said once again, maybe we should go out to dinner. And Rob said, you can't leave a house with a running generator. Oh, okay. And 10 minutes maybe, I don't even think it was 10 minutes, our son runs over to the picture window looking out over the lake, cups his hands over the glass, and he goes, either everybody in this lake community has a generator or the power's back on. Rob was deflated. He now had to figure out how to get 6 gallons of gasoline out of the generator so that we could bring it back into the house and get it into the gas can. And this went on for years. It was always like this. We lost power, 5, 6 times a year, sometimes for weeks on end. It's Hurricane Sandy. I don't think we had power for 2 weeks. And we'd get in fights in the line trying to get gas in the gas station. But every single time that Rob took that generator out that basement door to fill it up, he would say, it's so easy. I just wheel it out, plug it in, and it starts right up.